Fellow auto detailers, welcome to the show that features interviews with today's most successful auto detailers. This is the Auto Detailing Podcast. Here's your host, Jimbo Balaam.
Hey, it's Jimbo with the Auto Detailing Podcast, coming back for another detail hack, quick tip, whatever you want to call it, from the road, from the front seat of the van. Something that I've never tried before, but I come across it all the time, and I just decided I had like a few extra minutes on this detail that I was just doing, so I decided to try and do this, and it actually worked. And so I don't know if it's like a hidden secret that everyone knows about that no one talks about, and I'm just totally clueless, which is quite possibly an option, or if no one's ever tried it, therefore no one's ever talked about it. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to share it with you today. So this is what happened. On a lot of cars, there are those driver side is predominantly where they're at, but sometimes it's on the passenger side as well. But either on the door or on the plastic bottom part of the seat, there's the scuff marks from shoes, right? So, for example, today I was working on a tan interior Mercedes, and so it was a black scuff mark from the shoe or whatever, and it's one of my regular customers, so I've done this lady's car a few times in the past, and it's always been there, and I've tried to hit it with like an all-purpose cleaner, and even a waterless wash, or trying to think of like random things to make the scuff marks come off. I did not try a magic eraser. I have heard that works pretty well, but I just didn't have one on me, so I haven't tried it. So today I'm thinking, it just kind of popped in my head. I wonder if I took a little bit of a compound, if it would take out the scratch. Now, the second thought was, well, what if I damaged the plastic, right? It's a tan plastic. What if I get like the compound residue in it, or what if I kind of jack something up? I was a little worried about it, but it wasn't a huge scuff. It was just a little, I would say maybe a half an inch black scuff on this tan seat, but really unsightly in the car that I'm doing, and the customer really likes her car really clean all the time. So it's kind of unsightly. She didn't say anything about it. I just kind of wanted to knock it out for her, and hope that it was one of those things, delivering above and beyond what they're expecting. And mainly for curiosity too. So what I did was I took a little bit of M100. Now again, M100 is blue, and this thing's tan, so I'm a little worried about it. I probably should have gone a little less aggressive. Maybe started with 205 or even the super secret compound polish that's coming out from a future podcast advertiser. I should have probably tried that, but I don't know why I didn't. Whatever. So I take 100 on a microfiber towel and just a real little bit, and I just tried a little spot to see if it would work, and right away it started pulling off that black scuff mark without doing anything else. Like, it just was removing the scuff mark and leaving an amazing clean surface. So I proceeded to do the whole scuff marks, and I couldn't wait to tell you guys about it, because if everyone knows about this and I'm somehow the only person to not know about it, I'm going to look like a total idiot, but I'm okay with that. But if no one knows about it, I'm going to look like a rock star, right? So try it. I know that's a super common thing. I come across it all the time, whether it's on the door or on the, I can't think of the name, but not the door jam, but, the jam area right there. Shoe scuff marks, you all know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I'm trying to explain it. But next time you come across that, maybe try a little bit of compound and see if it works. Kind of sketchy, be careful, but I think it's going to become one of those little detail hacks that really come in handy when you got yourself in a pinch. And again, it's that little tiny detail stuff that can really make a difference, and I know that my customer's going to be stoked. So there you go. There's today's detail hack. life hack, I guess, or a quick tip, whatever you want to call it. I'm good with whatever.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Auto Detailing Podcast. Head on over to autodetailingpodcast.com to read our full show notes, blog post, updates, and even sign up for our newsletter so you can be the first to hear about the latest and greatest all things auto detailing podcast. And don't forget, if you leave us a rating and review on iTunes, it'll help us reach other auto detailers just like you, and you may even get a shout out at the top of a future episode. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next episode.